I'm happy for her. Again, we all love Naomi. We all love Trinity. We watched her for so long do this thing and improve at this thing and be really, really good at this thing. And for her to, you know, be able to experience this, I think it just shows how much she's loved by the universe. I couldn't help but think also, my wrestling brain tapped in
Okay.
because essentially Naomi was the replacement for Liv on
Yes.
the show.
Yeah, they're losing a they're now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of it, is that
Y Yeah, so Naomi was the replacement for Liv because Liv is out for an extended period of time, and probably I believe she did have I don't know, it hasn't been revealed whether she has surgery on her shoulder. You could rehab it, but it also risks the chance of it, being dislocated again, so I don't know why you wouldn't have surgery, but so Naomi was a replacement for that. She's the top heel on essentially Raw, but now the top heel for Raw is gone again. So where do we go from here with the women's division? And I think this was a great opportunity to kind of like take a look at the grand scheme of things, take a look at the grand canvas of things, and see who can fit in this massive gap that we're losing. And I think there's a number of possibilities, but I would love to hear what you would think would probably be the best thing to replace this gap in the women's division.
I think at this point, you probably elevate Roxanne and Raquel to that level right now. Even though
Hmm.
they're because when Liv gets back, you have a set kind of babyface role for her when she gets back. I think
Right.
there's nobody that's gonna boo her. I think you need to start that now, but I think in the interim right now, you have Asuka in that role as well. So I think like the core of a Asuka, I mean the Kyrie, I think she'll eventually turn heel too, but you'll have the
Hmm.
Rhea, Io, Stephanie thing kind of fold out there. I think this is one of those times where it's like, and and again, I think this is actually an advantage because I think Triple H actually makes good decisions when his back is against the wall like this. When he's
Hmm.
stagnant, we see it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
we can tell when he's stagnant and there's just not really much that he cares about because he's getting to the next story beat. When things have to get shaken up, that's what you do. But I think this is like a crazy, you know, situation, but this is why you need to call up these women a lot faster. But then
absolutely.
again, Meals, they just called up a lot of women and like they're building a lot of them, and it's like this isn't like any of their fault because they actually did call
I,
up like what 3 or 4 women in the
yeah,
past
but you've
three
lost so
months.
many long term for sure. Can I run through a list of like potential options for you
Yeah,
just to see where you would think.
yeah,
We talked about Oscar already. I think Oscar is definitely a major option. What about Bailey? Considering everything that we've seen over the
that
last number of
works. I
weeks.
forgot about her. I honestly forgot about her. Yeah.
Bailey's someone who can be slotted in. Essentially, she can be either top face, top heel. It seems like she's leaning more towards heel. Um, I don't know if it'll have the same gravitas as Naomi or Liv, but it's definitely something because again, people love Bailey. Like,
Her Ding Dong Hello era is probably like the most iconic thing she's
yeah,
done. Like they should go
yeah.
back.
Let's see. I also have here. What's your thoughts on a potential? This is literally out of left field, right?
Okay.
What if they turned Rhea Ripley? No?
No, they're not gonna
Probably
do that. I
okay.
still, and I know this has kind of been a point of contention and something that's been talked about a lot.
Mhm.
I still think they're moving her.
Okay.
I still
Okay.
think they're moving her. I know this is unpopular, but I think that she's done everything she could, and I think what's happening right now is that the walls are kinda, like, crumbling, but I think they should stay the course and have her move to SmackDown and have one of their big women move over, like Charlotte or Alexa should probably move to Raw.
What about Bianca Belair?
Heel?
Potentially heal Bianca Belair.
I'm with it. I think that's a good role for her. We were predicting evil Bianca. You know what I mean? Like we thought that evil Bianca was gonna happen and didn't happen over the Mania season. But I mean, happening now, it definitely makes a lot of sense.
I think is someone who could easily you look at the Raw Women's division, you see Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and potentially could blame both of them for her missing time, for her losing at WrestleMania, for them ruining her world championship shot. There's a lot of meat on the bone to blame these ladies for
My issue
something.
with that is that it can't come off like fake, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that leaves it where, like, I just feel like Naomi's gonna come back as a heel. So, like, it
Hmm.
wouldn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, Naomi doesn't have to come back as a babyface, and I don't think she will, and I don't think she should. She's on such a roll, this character. Yeah, I would feel very disappointed if she came back as a babyface.
I feel like,
Because
but I feel
remember
like we
Becky
can.
Becky did it. Becky came back as a heel.
I can't see Naomi coming back for at least a year and a half to maybe 2 years though. Like I can't see. I feel like
It took Becky,
even
what, a
in
year?
it took Becky. I mean, Becky wanted to be back as soon as possible. I think it took her like maybe 14 months. She dropped it in June. Was ready. She said she was ready like by Mania time, but they didn't want to push it or do anything or plan anything around that time. So she ends up returning at SummerSlam, which is in August. So it probably took her about 14 months to come back. But she was ready beforehand. But again, I say this with even for Vince era, that was like careful, right? Like
Yeah,
careful planning and all this other stuff. H planning is way more meticulous. Like it's gotta fit, or else it's just not happening.
yeah.
Um, I don't see him like prioritizing like, yo, let's bring her back and figure out something for her. It's like, all right, what makes the most sense if she does come back? And I think that's what if we don't see her for a while could potentially be that. I could also see. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Jade Cargill is in the position to be able to
She's gonna
kind
be a
of.
heel in SmackDown.
Yeah, but I don't think she can hold it down. Or you
But
could
yeah,
do
no,
Nia Jax. I mean, Nia Jax is still there.
well, I mean, the thing
Nia
is,
Jax would be the easiest answer.
we noticed where she went as soon as Charlotte became ubiquitous on both shows. So I don't think that's gonna happen because they're eventually gonna have to run into each other.
Is there any woman on NXT that you feel like could be called up and make an immediate impact and kind of like fill that role that
Fatal attraction.
Naomi? Okay.
JC Jane, Fallon Henley, immediate,
Is
immediate pop too. I think they'd be immediate.
Jasmine stays home.
Yeah, she stays. She's not ready. She's
um
she look like she has six left feet out there. She look crazy.
but I mean, there are definitely a lot of options. I think this is a great opportunity for at least one of these women, and we're gonna hear what's gonna happen with the future of the Women's World Heavyweight Championship next week on Raw. So we won't have to wait long. Will it still be defended in Paris? No idea.
They
But
need to just I think it should. They need because they have to have a champion. I think that they should just go ahead and run Stephanie and Io and give it a finish. They just should just run it. It's the easiest thing that you could do right now. Because wasn't the reason why Io was getting the
but
match was
then
because she wasn't pinned.
right, but then Roxanne just pinned Io last week.
Do a triple threat?
Would you give it to Roxanne?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
I would give it
Noted.
to Roxanne if only for the fact that like I didn't think Stephanie was winning it in Paris anyway, and she was gonna chase. I just feel like like with Stephanie, you could tell they want to push her, but it's so snake bitten. Everything that's happened since they
Mhm.
pulled her up. It's just been snake bit. She wasn't even on the show this week.
Yeah, it's weird. It's strange. Um, but again, I think they definitely have plans for it. But I could definitely see if they want to. H is very heel heavy. Like the H's, the Triple H's, all three of them stand for heel. So I could definitely see them going with Roxanne in this position.
Boy, if
But
Rhea wins this title,
I mean, they are going to. I mean, they're going to Perth. So is it Perth? Crown Jewel.
yeah.
Um, Crown Jewel 2025. But it's Australia for sure. So they are going, yeah, they're going back to Perth. So, the RAC Arena, 55, 15,000. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's
Well,
probably sold out by
I
now.
mean the thing is with H2 is that like even if he is heel heavy, he's not for nothing anything but like predictable. Like if he just gives her the title, I'm not mad at that either. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like, but it seems to be the story will be Stephanie Vicaire in the fall. Like That's where it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it just sucks that, like, I think she hurt her knee, so she had been out for a while,
Mhm.
and then the Liv thing happened, and then the Naomi thing happened, and it was just like it's just been snake bit, but
Yeah,
hopefully they can get her back on track.
absolutely. I think that's a great idea. Or even, have they announced Becky versus Nikki yet for the
No, but
championship?
I would imagine how many matches are announced? Clash. We
You got
talking about some of them on the show today.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on. You talk about Rusev on the show. Come on, baby.
Oh, only 3 so far?
Only
Only 3?
3.
So,
So
yeah.
I'm assuming, yeah, they're waiting for the women. The women should I mean, I don't think Becky needs another match on another card, but again, if it's against Nikki Bella, I'm with it.
It could be
It
the Raw, Paris Raw.
Yeah, that could be it too. So I don't know if she needs to occupy another space on the card. It would be great if Tiffany got another, pay-per-view match, but that hasn't been built up or anything over the rather. So doubt we'll see that. We'll talk about SmackDown and the lack of direction of the women on that show. They're definitely like just sitting on their hands.
Whoever the
Um,
fuck is booking the women on that show, they need to put that person back on the shelf. I don't know
Absolutely,
who switched from fucking June of this year to now, but they're fucking it all up.
I agree. I 100% agree.